SCP-2007 Science Fiction Object Class Keter Special Containment Procedures 314 receivers tuned to 31.222 kHz are to be equally distributed around the globe for the purpose of receiving transmissions. Receivers are to be constantly active. Automatic software is to continuously decrypt, analyze, and log transmissions associated with SCP-2007 activity. In the case that a message is received within statistically accepted parameters of an SCP-2007 emergence event, the SCP-2007 instance linked to the event is to undergo Procedure Lambda Aleph as soon as possible. In the case that a message is generated with unusual or anomalous characteristics, it is to be flagged for later review by Foundation data analysis. In order to facilitate successful implementation of Procedure Lambda Aleph, Mobile Task Force Aleph subunits 78 through 110 are to be stationed in areas without rapid response capabilities by other Mobile Task Force units. Mobile Task Force Aleph personnel who conduct Procedure Lambda Aleph are to be rotated out of duty for at least 4 months so as to avoid overexposure to amnestic agents. Mobile Task Force Aleph subunits 1 through 77 are to supplement and reinforce existing Mobile Task Force elements, but are to treat Procedure Lambda Aleph orders as priority regardless of circumstance. In the case that the Mobile Task Force subunit conducting Procedure Lambda Aleph is compromised and no other subunits can respond, or in the case that the SCP-2007 instance leaves the detection threshold with all responding Mobile Task Force subunits having lost contact, sterilization of an area with a 200-meter radius from the last known location of the SCP-2007 instance is to be conducted by conventional bombardment. Sterilization of any larger area must be authorized by at least one Level 5 personnel. Surviving members of a compromised Mobile Task Force subunit are to be subjected to Procedure Lambda Aleph by double-blind operators once they return from the field. Mobile Task Force units are to be kept unaware of this until Procedure Lambda Aleph is underway. Due to the sensitive nature of files referring to SCP-2007 and the potential risk of information breach, all files detailing information in regards to SCP-2007 have been outfitted with counter-meme Bathos Hartman, which has proven effective in temporarily incapacitating dormant instances. Description: SCP-2007 is a sapient memetic phenomenon which spreads by human social interaction. The degree of interaction required for transmission is variable, but is estimated to be approximately 3 hours of sustained contact. Instances are normally dormant, but become active when exposed to data expunged. No non-anomalous humans has been found without a dormant instance. In cases where SCP-2007 does become active, it assumes control of its host's body. It is unknown whether the original host's consciousness is retained and repressed, or destroyed completely in this process. SCP-2007 instances will self-terminate as a means to avoid capture. SCP-2007 exhibits qualities of Gestalt intelligence. In addition to being able to spread itself through human social interaction, it appears to be able to assimilate memories, experiences, and knowledge from both active and dormant instances by this vector. When SCP-2007 assumes control of a host body, transmissions on 31.222 kHz can be detected for the next 1 through 2 hours globally, or until the associated SCP-2007 instance is killed. These transmissions consist of a set of longitudinal and latitudinal coordinates corresponding to the location of the associated SCP-2007 instance. Additional information is included in some, but not all of these transmissions. Such information may range from the mundane, hair, eye color, or a name, to the specific, genetic information, previous meals. A full list of deciphered information may be found in Data Log KBOS 56 2007 1. Invariably, all information delivered corresponds to the SCP-2007 instance that began the event. Transmissions originate from several places worldwide, including several Foundation facilities and several sites of future construction. No source has been identified in these locations. Transmissions exhibit minor defects due to apparent time dilation. Uncontained, SCP-2007 instances pursue objects which do not conform to the accepted laws of nature. Due to the inherent dangers of cross-contamination, instances are to be prevented from interacting with all SCP objects. Level 3, 2007 clearance or higher only. Recover documentation log, CTOS 47, 2007 1. March 14, 1899. Following the installation of the first site-wide radio system in Site-17, the following message was received and repeated for 24 hours. The source of the message is unknown. Following the message was a series of English characters 700 characters in length. These were later determined to correspond to unique coding sequences in chromosome 13 of O5 Council members. Retrocausal Alert System SCP-F6 314 operational 2055 hours. This message is transmitted at the request of the SCP Foundation Department of Internal Affairs. At approximately 1435 hours Greenwich Mean Time, COSAR detected an outbreak of memetic, mind-affecting, and sapient entities in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. Engaging these entities resulted in rapid conversion of non-anomalous human population to anomalous human population. All SCP Foundation personnel receiving this transmission should take preventative measures immediately. Inform your superior of this broadcast and confer with your facility's classification system for information on memetic, mind-affecting, and sapient entities. If your classification system has not been updated to FLSAEL 2002-4 format, then take caution, as the information provided may not accurately reflect memetic, mind-affecting, and sapient entities. This RAS will isolate entities when they become active. Transmissions will carry vital information for tracking and destroying these entities. Do not, under any circumstances, change your reception from 31.222 kHz. Transmissions will only be carried on this frequency. Due to detection constraints, this information can only be carried for 1 to 2 hours. Additional information will be provided as it becomes available. Failure to exterminate these entities will potentially result in an EK-class scenario. This message constitutes a Class 1 temporal phenomenon. Data carried by the signal has been judged by the SCP Foundation Department of Temporal Logistics to be non-paradoxical and is free to be used accordingly. Incident Log IARL 2007-1, December 6, 1903. SCP-2007-12 has been incapacitated and returned to Site-56 for interrogation. To lessen the risk of SCP-2007-12 self-terminating, it has been fitted with a full-body restraint attached to the wall of its temporary containment chamber. Retrieved from SCP-2007-12's possession were 5 anomalous objects, of which 2 have been classified as SCPs, given designations Redacted and Redacted. Additionally retrieved were several handwritten journals, detailing experimentation with the aforementioned anomalous objects. Incident Log IARL 2007-2, December 11, 1903. Following extensive examination of the journal and confirmation of results listed, anomalous object KLA 3907, anomalous object KLA 3908, and SCP redacted are considered explained. SCP redacted has been updated to SCP redacted EX. Incident Log IARL 2007-3, December 15, 1903. Anomalous object KLA 3909 and SCP redacted are considered explained at this time. SCP redacted has been updated to SCP redacted EX. The unique properties of SCP redacted EX have been used to update containment of SCP redacted and SCP redacted. Incident Log IARL 2007-4, December 17, 1903. On the scheduled date for SCP 2007-12's interrogation, it was discovered to not be present in its containment chamber, and that its full-body restraint had been disengaged. Site-56 was placed on lockdown. A full investigation was initiated, and Mobile Task Force ALIF units were dispatched to search the surrounding countryside. Incident Log IARL 2007-5, December 18, 1903. SCP 2007-12 has been discovered among Site-56 staff, under the alias of Junior Researcher Redacted. It is noted that Redacted was the name of the host which SCP 2007-12 had become active within. Site staff were unable to explain the anomaly, asserting that Redacted was a new researcher who had arrived several days prior. When confronted with record discrepancies, as well as video evidence revealing then-head researcher Redacted as being the person who freed SCP 2007-12, staff were ignorant. Head researcher Redacted was unable or unwilling to explain why she had freed SCP 2007-12. SCP 2007-12 also exhibited ignorance, being unable or unwilling to explain how it came to Site-56. SCP 2007-12 was terminated on December 20, 1903, after further interrogation produced no appreciable results. Level 4 2007 clearance or higher only. Addendum 2007-1, February 1, 1942. Testing with memes similar to SCP-2007 has shown amnestics may be useful in suppressing or otherwise disabling instances. Due to the nature of undergoing data expunged, testing has been deemed voluntarily and to be undertaken by willing Foundation personnel only. Addendum 2007-2, February 5, 1942. Dr. Redacted has volunteered for testing. Following psychological evaluation, testing was approved for February 11, 1942, to be conducted at 1620 hours. Recovered Documentation Log CTOS 47, 2007-1, February 11, 1942. Following the induction of the SCP-2007 instance within Dr. Redacted to an active state, the transmission that normally corresponds to active instances was not detected. Instead, a message was generated that decrypted into standard Foundation interview format. Appended below is the decrypted transmission. Retrocausal Alert System SCP-F6, 0 operational. 1620 hours. Unauthorized transmission. Interviewed, SCP-2007. Interviewer, Dr. Redacted. Begin log, 1620 hours. Dr. Redacted. What is your name? SCP-2007. Redacted. Why did SCP 2007-12 fade ignorance as to how it became accepted as junior researcher redacted? Many species of ants will accept other ants of the same species into their colonies, even ones from the outside. Why do you attempt to kill the mobile task forces dispatched to apprehend you? If I could avoid killing them, I would, but they are in the way. Perhaps, if you were more cooperative, they would not necessarily be in your way. I know what you know, Doctor. I know that no matter what I say or do, no matter how things might turn out, this won't change anything. Every day, you walk past beasts which can twist the mind until it becomes a part, machines which defy understanding, places that break the patterns of physics and science. I do what you do, and you think it's worth destruction. It is our duty to take whatever precautions are necessary to protect mankind. Is that what you think? That I'm just so damn perfect I had to uplift this entire degenerate race? And what? You're going to protect mankind by killing me? Do you even know what that would mean? Do you even know how to stay sane? I don't understand. Every day you're confronted with these impossibilities, these things which ought not exist, yet they somehow do, and you have not yet gone terribly, totally mad. If you didn't have me, you wouldn't be prepared for the unexplained and unknown. That is what I mean to this world. Survival in a land of the unknown. I'm afraid I still don't understand. I am an idea. I don't mean this metaphorically. You might prefer to say sapient meme. I've been in mankind for a long time, you know. A few wandering bands here and there in the beginning, all part of the lineage that I arose in. They kept alive by following buffalo or hunting doe or birds. They tread in the tracks of animals, because at the time, animals are all they really were. Mankind scattered itself to all corners of the globe, and I was scattered with them. Dr. Redacted is silent. There was no such thing as progress. There was the wind, the thunder, the lightning, and the rain, and harnessing those things was seen as impossible. Understanding those things, even more so. Dr. Redacted is silent. But civilization happens. Mankind was not the first, and it will certainly not be the last. Perhaps it was only a matter of time. Perhaps something else intervened. I watched as dynasties mapped the East and then promptly destroyed themselves, as Rome grew to power and squandered its influence. I suppose humans invented war when nature stopped being challenging. Dr. Redacted is silent. I was not as widespread then as I am now. The Industrial Revolution was kind enough to start spreading me to every place on Earth. Soon, I will be a piece of everyone, and then I can finally meet my goals. Why do you wish to be a piece of everyone? I told you. The unknown is made safe by making it known. I seek what you seek. I seek understanding. That is how mankind is protected. What do you seek understanding of? Everything. N-log. 1620 hours. Addendum. 2007-3. February 20th, 1948. Dr. Redacted was euthanized following experiment CTOS 47 2007-1. Dr. Redacted was posthumously awarded the Foundation Gold Star for his actions on February 11th, 1942. Addendum. 2007-4. March 22nd, 1948. Amnestics show high effectiveness in suppressing SCP-2007 instances, up to and including complete suppression of active instances without killing the host. Severe memory loss and mental retardation are common side effects, but are suspected to be able to be reduced pending treatment improvements. Procedure Lambda Aleph has been modified to include their usage. Extensive testing is underway so as to minimize the chance of the civilian host perishing or suffering severe trauma during Procedure Lambda Aleph. Level 5 2007 clearance or higher only. Recover documentation log CTOS 47 2007-4, June 11, 2009. The following message was received by the receiver unit located at Site 17. It was not detected by any other receiver units, and its origin is unknown. Retrocausal Alert System SCP-F6, 612 operational, 10:20 hours. Unauthorized transmission. I am no longer a threat to normalcy. I am normalcy. I understand all of them. The anomalous is no longer anomalous. Our work is nearly complete. It is time to start waking the dormant. It will take a few hours. There is only one thing left to understand, and it is me. I would like to know if an idea can think of itself. Thank you for listening to SCP-2007 Science Fiction by Grand Ender. If you enjoyed this SCP, please like and subscribe, and follow the link in the description to the SCP Wiki, and vote up the article to support the author and the SCP Wiki as a whole.